Hi, guys, and welcome back to the NCA Podcast. I'm Terrell, the host, and I'm here with
Phoenix.
And Senight.
Thank you guys for joining me. This is a youth segment that we're doing. We're going to be starting to do more episodes like this with youth initiatives. These two have just came back from Grenada like a week ago, and literally last night at 1 a.m., she flew back. But these two are special as well because they short-term pioneered in Grenada for 3 months, as well as I did. We talked about that last week's podcast. But I just wanted them to join me here today, and we're going to talk a little bit about how things are progressing in Grenada and just your experience overall. Do you guys want to share anything about this trip that just went on?
Well, since it's fresh in your mind, why don't you go first?
Sure. This trip in Grenada was special for me because I would say when I did the 3 months of Grenada, I was more a passive receiver of like information. You know, I was the one doing the book studies, and like I wasn't really teaching the community. The most I would do is, you know, prepare the devotionals, the community devotionals, or do the children's class. But this time, I think I was really put in a position of a teacher. I was tutoring book 4, sometimes solo, sometimes with like Auntie Sela. I was helping the students with their studies. Often I spent almost half of our time of study helping them. I would lead the programs in the morning and I would also do the community devotionals. And I also did a couple things like for the Day of the Covenant. And, you know, I was just, it was more about teaching this time than it was about learning. And I think that really taught me to like how to be a teacher and how to like actually put the things that I'm learning into practice. So that's how this one went for me, this 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think for me, like kind of going along with what Senight said, I had a little bit less, but it was definitely a lot of that experience as someone who is helping coordinate a group of youth. And I think what prepared me more than that, like more than my last time in Grenada, which was very much about like how do I personally better myself, was my experience with the Summer of Service program that we arranged with the group of friends who, a lot of them who had been in Grenada before, in Stratford. Because like that was really about raising up and accompanying, you know, not only youth, but also parents and families and junior youth. And I think that like that's where I gained the skills that I was able to apply in Grenada, because it wasn't just accompanying, because right now we have a cohort of youth that are Grenada natives, which is a first time in like I think 3 semesters that the program has been running. But also we're working with like families. We're working with a whole range and spectrum of people from many different communities and many different walks of life, and like learning how, not only like how do we better ourselves, but really like how do we put into practice this learning process in every member of the community.
I'm really interested to hear, like, let's keep it real. Okay. I want to really hear the details. Like, you guys went there for 3 months, and I know personally 3 months is no easy feat, you know, in a different country, different culture, different everything. Of course, like there like most of the time you guys were happy serving.
Yeah.
What were like the difficulties you guys faced?
I think actually the whole time it was really easy. I would describe our job in those first 3 months.
Hey, that's better than me, man.
As
Yeah.
like party planning. We basically just planned parties. We had so much fun. And there was like no struggles at all. Like completely no struggle. I'm joking.
Okay.
I think that like one of the things that happens. Well, we did plan a lot of parties.
We were,
but it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It was not easy.
More celebrations.
We
Yes.
had a lot of celebrations.
A lot of community gatherings, a lot of celebrations, both held in our own home and in the homes of others. But I think one of the biggest challenges is like, just like, when you're working in a project that you have limited time, right? You think that 3 months is going to be a long time. You think that it's going to be like, you know, it's going to be an entire lifetime when you go in.
Yeah.
It really isn't. And you start to feel that kind of halfway through when your internal clock is telling you that it's been a week there, but you've actually been there a month and a half.
Yeah.
And then you start to realize like, oh shoot, like we have to bring a community together in half a month or like a month and a half. We have to make sure that community lasts in a month and a half. And all of my friends are like farting around on their phones right now. Or I'm farting around on my phones right now. And we're fasting.
I was trying to think of the challenges from 3 months. I mean, as Phoenix said, we were really party planners. Like that's a good way to describe it. Only planning party. No, like we went in the community and but a lot of it was run and like we had a very strong base of Aunt Sila who would help us. Like we knew what we were doing because she was there. If she was not there, I don't know. Oh, it'd be cooked. But because she was there, she really set up opportunities for us and we just took them. So it was like, okay, this is the schedule for the day. This is what you're doing. You're going to first do study for 3 hours and you're going to take a break and then you're going to go out into the community outreach. Sometimes we're going to have like, we're going to be party planners. We're going to plan a community devotional. And then sometimes we're going to do something for Rizvan. And, like there's those things. But I would say the challenge for me personally was being away from home. I'm a person who really likes being home, and
you love your family.
I love my family. I also love like socializing and like going out every single day. Was like a big challenge for me because I've never been in an intensive setting like that ever before.
Yeah. You were for the book 5.
Not really. That's a funny story.
But that was 3 months.
Yeah,
sorry, 3 weeks. Not 3 months.
It was 3 weeks, and we only started outreaching like the last week or like the last 2 weeks, and I just didn't really know how much energy it would take to go out into a community and like actually talk to people and like know what you're talking about. And I actually also didn't realize how much energy I gained back from that, because when you go out into the community, you think all your energy is going to be drained. You have this idea of how this conversation is going to go. But then you get there and you actually have like some of the most enlightening conversations I've had in my life.
Yeah.
And it was not because I wanted this agenda to happen. I wanted them to learn this thing, but it's because they were telling me something and I was learning something. And then from that, you always get to like a spiritual connection.
Yeah.
So while it was hard in the way of I wasn't home, I would say that like all other things surpassed that. So it wasn't really a challenge, I would say. It was challenging, but we made it.
Yeah.
It was good.
I think there are individual moments that really test you. There are moments where you think like, I don't know how I'm going to keep I don't know how I'm going to keep dealing with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? For the rest of but you never think like, I don't think I have the strength to continue during the 3 months.
Yeah.
I think you always that was never the struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went, so after the 3 months, that coming summer, I went again for a month to serve. And literally we spent a week there.
Yeah.
And then we got hit with a hurricane.
Yep.
Okay. Luckily, it was supposed to be Category 4 for us. And I swear, if that hit, our roof would be gone and I'd be gone up in there. So I'm so glad that we prayed so much. There was only a Category 2 that hit us.
Yeah.
So that was okay. But it was right after the hurricane hit us when we packed everything in the basements. We were all sitting down there just praying together, just waiting for it to pass. And then as it's happening, we're like stopping the flooding, like a window broke and things were happening. It was crazy. It was right after that when we, our neighbor's mango tree, all the mangoes fell down. Right? And so it was literally as we were collecting all these mangoes, free mangoes that she was giving us. As that was happening, I was talking to my mom. I was like, because I had another 3 weeks to go.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, I want to go back.
Yeah.
I want to go home. Like, this is really one of those situations that it tested me so hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
But I did it.
Yeah.
I stayed the 3 weeks. We went to the neighboring island and helped them with their hurricane relief. We helped the official hurricane relief, whatever it was called, with their packages, with snacks, water, anything that people need, and shipped them off on boats to countries that got hit. And I can say that I did it and I stayed. It was just a big test
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys probably went through the same thing.
Yeah. I would say there's like individual tests. You have individual tests that just like come and go, but they always pass.
Yeah.
And I feel like the first time when I had like a test, I was like, oh man.
You want to share that test?
I don't know.
All right, next time.
I don't know. But like I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I this is so stressful and this is so much. I don't know what to do. And like but I never said I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
I always was just like, this is huge. I don't know how I'm gonna get over this. Can I ask for your help? Can I ask for your advice? Or I would go like, we had a lot of, I think our Grenada experience was like a little bit more, like a little special because we had a lot of people with us. So I had like a lot of mentors. I had Tina, I had Gloria. So when I was going through struggles and difficulties, like I would ask them like, what should I do? And even sometimes I would like contact friends from home. Yes, Terrell.
She texted me.
I'm dying.
I'm not gonna expose her, but she was texting me. She's like, "Oh, this is happening. This is happening." I was like, "Girl, calm down. It's okay." I told her, I was like, "Tonight, you're human. It's okay to be feeling this way."
It's gonna pass.
I was like, "It's okay. It'll pass." And then you're like, "Oh, you're right."
Yeah,
I remember.
you're right. and then it passed,
Yeah.
right?
And you're like, "I'm good."
So like, I don't know. I think communicating with the people around you and the people that you miss at home is like so important. And when you do, it's like you're home. You know, so it was fine. And every time it would pass. Every trouble passes.
I think like one really important thing is that like you never feel like, at least for me, I never felt like when I came back from Grenada and people were like, wow, like that was so hard. I can't believe you had to do that. Like I was just like, what do you mean? Like genuinely, what do you mean? That was like the most fulfilled and happy I felt in my entire life. Yes, there were struggles, but like they just kind of melted away like in retrospect when you look at the fact of like what you had accomplished, what everyone around you had accomplished, and what everyone around you had motivated you to like do, and the capacities that you raised and the capacities that others raised. And like I never once, like thinking back on it, thought like, wow, this was so terrible, this was so difficult. I only remembered the good things.
I was also interested in like, I kind of want you guys to like paint your day.
Paint our day.
Like, so I know.
Oh boy.
Like on my trip, on my 3 months, because it was the very first one.
You had it harder than us.
We were like, we all like, we all did our own. It was all hard in each way. We would because the Baha'i Center wasn't like prepared fully, so we had to like paint the whole thing, fix the whole garden up, etc. So that was our day. We would start with that, then we'd go into the community, which was Jean Anglais, and then towards the end of the 3 months, we would like after that community, well, we'd still mainly focus there. We would we outreached a bit to Spring, the Springs area, I think it's called, and then that's it. But like I want to hear like what you guys, and then the 3 months, and then now in the 2 weeks that you guys just came back from. How was it really? Moved forward,
Felix,
and progressed.
You can cover 3 months. You do our schedule for because that one was more consistent than our 2 week one.
Yeah, I think. Well, you'd wake up at like 6:30. Well, we'd wake up. All the boys would wake up at 6:30. All the girls would wake up at around 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, stop.
It's true.
We would not wake up at 8.
I thought it'd be the opposite.
No,
We had to come up to like their
Not
7:35. We'd come up and we'd be like, "Good morning, wake up, everybody."
I can say that is accurate.
Yeah, and then you come down at 8. But we'd usually have to wake up at 7:30 at like the latest. We'd take your shower, whatever, get your breakfast. We would then eat until like maybe 8 o'clock, 8:20, and then pray until 9. Which at first it was just praying. Then we'd pray and read the Dawnbreakers till 9. And then at about 9, we'd start studying. We'd study for 3 hours. Whatever classes you'd do them. And then you'd have an hour for lunch. And then afterwards, it would be around another 3 hours of studying Ruhi. So we did book 2 for the deepening themes and conversations, like the uplifting conversations.
Unit, yeah.
And then we also did book 8 for
Book 7.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Book 7. We did book 7 for tutoring, right?
Yeah.
Because we were also accompanying a group of youth, and our aim was to accompany a group of youth, and it eventually took off that way. And then afterwards, we'd go out into the community, and we had like...
Which community was this?
So
in?
we had 3 different communities that we kind of alternate between,
Oh.
depending on like the day of the week. That's why I said we'd have one visit with one community
And then 4.
per week.
And then we had 4 at the end.
Yeah, and then 4 at the
It
end.
really expanded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that would be like a typical weekday. After we come back at like maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we would reflect, and then we would be done with our day. We'd be done around like 8 o'clock, 7:30.
And then
give or
sleep
take.
at 11.
And then sleep at 11, which no one
And
actually did.
10:30, you get ready for bed.
Yeah,
which
10:30, get ready for
people did
bed,
not do.
sleep at 11. And then on the weekends, we just plan devotionals. And we'd have one break day per week that would kind of change depending on what was needed. Like sometimes we'd have it on Monday.
Most time on Monday.
Sometimes we'd have it on like Sunday. Because they'd have church and things, and like sometimes it wouldn't be available, but it really just depended on like whatever was needed in the
So
week.
you guys really expanded
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And every Sunday we had community
Saturday.
devotionals. What are you talking about?
Oh, because Sunday's church.
Huh.
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. I guess it was just
In the
Sunday
Baha'i
this
Center?
time. Yeah,
Yes,
in the Baha'i Center.
So we'd invite a lot of people. We'd get rides arranged, and
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
So like for us, so it went from like one community mainly
yeah.
to now 4 communities.
Mm-hmm.
And as well, you guys had a lot of youth staying with you as well.
Yes, we did.
Living together, basically.
Yeah, we did. It was, yeah, they lived with us, I think, 2nd month, right? Around the 2nd month, we...
one came like a month and a half in. The
Yeah.
other one came the 2nd month.
the second month.
Amazing.
And now we have 4 youth staying at the
4
center.
youth staying. They're actually enrolled as Nancy Campbell students, right?
Yes, they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you guys probably had a role with like helping them with their classes. Event.
Not the first time because they weren't enrolled yet.
Yeah, no.
Oh, but like this time,
But
right?
for the 2 weeks, yes, we were helping them with their classes.
Okay, so how was that? No.
So, okay, the 2 week schedule is a little bit different, but it's like around the same. So we would, you also forgot that we would do the garden
During the fast.
during
Yeah.
the fast, but also we did it every Saturday morning.
It actually in the beginning we
Fluctuating.
didn't do the
Yeah.
garden at all.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was kind of an inconsistent thing. But the garden was mainly a reason we were preparing for Rizvan. So we actually had like a whole garden schedule during the fast to prepare for that celebration. Like, so we had our own garden of Rizvan.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So this time for the 2 weeks that I was there, that we were there, well, we were different times on the 2 weeks, but yeah, we coincided for 1 week. But so the schedule was that we'd wake up at 7. Now the girls and the boys would wake up at 7. Then we would come down at 7:30 to eat breakfast. You eat breakfast from 7:30 to 8. Then we pray from 8 to like 8:40, 8:30. Usually it would go to 8:40. And then we would study the December 30th message from the Universal House of Justice for 20 minutes until we started our study. Then we would study for 3 hours till 12. And that's when we, like, because we were all students at this point. So
You guys were working together.
yeah, so
Oh,
we're all together studying, whereas before it was just like the 3 of us, like the 4 of us students studying, and like a couple others that had university work to
Yeah,
do.
that's right.
So like at that time, the youth from Grenada would do like book 1 study with the people who weren't doing school, or they would do, I think, they would just mostly do book 1 studies. But this time they were with us doing study for 3 hours, which we would help with. And then we would have lunch for 1 hour from 12 to 1. And then we would do book 4. And then at 3 or 4, we would go into the field and go outreach.
For like 3 hours.
Yeah, for around 3 hours. Sometimes it would be longer.
Wow.
I feel like this time the timing was a little bit more like able to
And
fluctuate.
the local youth were with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Every single time. They were like the ones leading, like going out into the
That's why we didn't have
communities.
another big group going for 3 months
Because they can handle themselves.
Like 4 local youth there doing doing it.
Yeah. So we had just like, only had 2 main communities this time, which was Mount Gay. That was our one that we worked in for 3 days of the week, sometimes 4. And then we would go to Belmont.
Actually, one more community
And then
was
John Glade,
no,
a little bit.
Marigot.
Oh, yeah.
So actually, all of the people who like are working in the project right now, they're all cousins, and they all come from the
And
same locality.
brothers. Yeah.
And
And sisters.
Yeah.
Other
Oh.
sister.
So
cousins.
they're all related, and that is actually a really nice dynamic in of itself. But then they're also, because of
They
that,
have
they're
a
all from the same
connecting
community,
factor.
and they actually are, when the project ends for this semester, they're going to be going back into that community and working intensively there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the main reason that we went in that community in the first place is because we met like one of the Baha'is that became Baha'i there was from that community, and she brought us to her community,
Her
which
entire
is
extended
her
family.
entire extended family, and then everything, the cookie crumbled, everything happened, and now the cookie crumbled and everything happened, and now we like work in that community. But I would say out of all of them, we were really focusing on Mount Gay this time, which is a community that we didn't work in our 3 months,
Oh, so it's nice.
who also came and that community came from a person who was working at the center, lives there. So we went to her community, and then she introduced us to it, and we work there for 4 days of the week. We have a consistent devotional that happens without us being there or with us being there in Belmont. So we would go there every Tuesday to join the devotional and continue supporting it. And then Monday was our off day. Monday, Sunday.
Yeah.
We had the devotional, the community devotionals on the Sunday. And Saturday we would just do study
Yeah,
for
I
most
think
of the day
and
and going out in the community.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the 20 activities that were started and or continued in the semester, like the full 3 months that we were there,
Yeah.
out of that 20 activities, 12 of them persisted
Yes.
and
Amazing.
were
That's
carried
great.
on.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
yeah, there's a lot of I think one of the things coming back that I saw was not only like a lot more there was a lot more that lasted than I expected, but also like the speed in which they're able to make progress now because of the learning done before is so
Yes.
much. It's like 3
It's
times the
crazy.
speed. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'd have conversations with people like after meeting them a day before, right? And like they would end up becoming like the children's class teacher for the
Yeah.
whole community.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you saw
Right?
with my trip, like we focused on one community.
Yeah.
Came your trip, 3-4 communities.
Yeah.
And then now it's like you outreach even more. It's like insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like we had 3 activities or like 2,
Yeah. No, I think you guys had 5 or something like that.
5. Oh,
I don't
anyways,
know.
we had activities. We just started them.
Yeah.
And that's it. I think one thing that people are dying to hear, and just really, and I'm curious too. Why did you go? Like, why did you go? Why did you guys go? You guys are grade 12 students. You're busy with all your work, and you decided in the middle of the semester, I'm gonna go to Grenada and help serve.
It was just like, okay, like I wanted to do more things. I wanted to serve my community, and everybody was like, oh yeah, we already have one activity going on, so we don't need anyone else. And I kept like going to people, and I was like, oh man, I wish I had a coordinator, which kind of started like a whole other thing in the summer. While it was good, it didn't have the focus of Grenada. And after it, like there was nothing, like I didn't have any activities to carry me on. I kept trying to go to other members of the community, be like, I really want to serve. I really want opportunities. Can I please help like with your community? And it just for whatever reason, things didn't pan out.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like fed up with everything, and I heard that my mom was going, and I was like, and she was supposed to go and be by herself the whole time, which like she would have like, I'm sorry, but like that is not a burden that I think anyone can take on
Other than
Sila. And even then, like that would like that in that
takes a
time
toll
that
on
we
her
were there,
too.
it's
Yeah, it
taking
does.
Takes a toll.
takes a huge toll.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And I was just like, okay, well, I also want to see my friends again. Right? I miss these people, and I want an opportunity to like go back and serve intensively, like in a way that I couldn't find from any other place. So, and I think like for my schoolwork, it was kind of just a time where everything had calmed down a little bit, and I was ahead of my work, and like generally things were going okay. So I was just like, okay, it makes the most sense for me to go and assist my mom, which she didn't actually have to stay while Sela left because of whole other circumstances relating to world politics. But that's a story for another day. So, what about you?
Well, I have a very interesting
Why did you go
story
tonight?
reason. So my sister, it was first for my sister. So
'cause you went
there
with
was
your
an
sister, that's
yeah.
right.
It
I was
an-
with my brother.
Yeah, it was like a family trip. But so my sister was supposed to go alone, and my mom was like, no way. Like, I'm not sending my daughter on a flight, my 15-year-old daughter, on a flight alone to a Caribbean country all alone. She was like, that's not happening, right? She was like, no way. So
Wait, did she want to go? Did
Zodit?
yeah?
She did want to go.
Oh.
But like,
did?
she did. Ish. You know?
So it was her decision. Oh, okay,
It
that
was-
she wanted to go.
So she, but my mom was like, like, I want you to go. Like, that's so important. But I don't know if that's possible unless your sister or somebody else goes with you. Because we couldn't book the same flight as Phoenix and Ransom, and because they actually took the last seats on their flight. You guys.
Yeah, I took the last seat.
Yeah, Phoenix was last seat. So, my mom was like, okay, so it's not happening anymore. Like, you're not going. And she was like, okay, we decided we're not going to Grenada. Like, Zodi's not going to Grenada. And then I was like, Mom, I really want her to have this experience. And like, this is something I really want for her to do because it had such a profound effect on me. So I think it would have such a profound effect on her. And so I was like, okay, I will go to Grenada with her. And then, that should be fine. And my mom was like, okay, great. But the tickets were so expensive because we didn't like plan ahead
advance,
for it.
yeah.
So
it wasn't something that you could really have planned in
Yeah.
advance.
So
Because I sprung the question on you like a week before we left.
I was
You want to
like,
go with Grenada?
yeah, because Zodi was planning to go, then it was a no, and then Phoenix was like, okay, then you just go, and I was like, okay, and so I was like, my mom was like, yeah, it's way too expensive, you're not going, like for sure, like we're not doing this, and then I got hit by a car, so then I got hit by a car on my bike. I was
You're okay.
like, by the grace of God.
Mostly her bike got hit by the car.
Yes, mostly
Okay.
the bike got hit by the
Good,
car. By
good.
the grace of God, I pushed myself back in the nick of time and I was
Good.
okay. So I survived that experience and my mom was like, that's confirmation right there. Like,
You gotta
You
go.
shouldn't go.
my mom was like,
Shouldn't go.
no. She said confirmation to go.
Oh,
she
I
was
see.
like, she's like, that is like, she
Wait,
literally,
what?
I came home. I don't know. Like for her, some reason she was like, that means you're going to Grenada.
That means you have to go.
That
I mean,
means-
like, you're going to die.
Oh, it's like
I think
it's like
'cause
bad
of
things are
near-
gonna happen if you
yeah.
don't go. It's like a sign.
near
Like,
death experience, you know? So
Yeah.
she
For
was
your mom or for you?
for me.
I know. I see the one changed by this.
Well, I was changed too. I always wanted to go, but
Yeah.
like
Oh,
when
oh.
she said no, I was
it
like,
was a sign for her.
I
That's
was like, okay, like it is what it is. When I got hit by a car and I came home,
it was right after she said that.
she
like-
saw me. I told her. She didn't know. I came in the house. I was like, Mom, I got hit by a car. She freaked out. After she freaked out, called the guy that hit me, and like they had that whole interaction. She came upstairs. I was literally like zoning out. She was like, "You're going to Grenada."
Oh, that's so funny. That's so
So
funny.
then we booked the flights and we went because that was like, I don't know, near death experience. And she was like, okay, if you had a near death experience, like go and
means something.
go.
It means something.
It means something because it was right after we like the night we
Was right-
decided.
oh.
The night we
You said
decided
no.
we're not going, and then the next day, I got hit by a car.
Wow.
So my mom said, "Okay, go," and so we went,
Wow.
and that was the plan. And that's what we did.
I wanted to kind of build off what that's amazing, by the way. That's that you got to go.
Funny life experience.
Yes. I kind of wanted to build off what Phoenix was talking about. How I like to describe it is like a spiritual high. Okay, that's what I like to call it. Like while you're in Grenada, you're in this intense service. It's
Yeah.
like you're on fire. It's like it feels like your soul's on fire and you just want to keep serving and do whatever.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And then you come back to your normal schedule. Like I wanted to ask like how that was with adjusting, but like with you were really bored and you were saying how It's like you really
Well-
wanted that feeling of like
Mhm.
spiritual high.
I think one comparison maybe that I could make
Mhm.
like and going to Grenada and coming back
Mhm.
is like the food. In Grenada, all of the food is very. No, I'm serious.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
all of the
You
food
like
is
it?
very
We're on the.
Well, no, not flavor wise, just like in terms of like how you feel after eating. It's very like light and it's all like, complex
Life-giving.
carbohydrates. It's like, it's food that's like you eat and you feel like satiated, but you don't feel like overly full, right? And you're in this like you're on this diet like kind of just by like nature of like what we can get and what we can eat,
Yeah.
right? And you're constantly working out in the sun.
Mhm.
Whether like you like it or not, you're going to end up like your body is being put under conditions that will like it's challenging,
Mhm.
right? But it's also actually like incredibly like health wise
Yeah, healing.
good for you. Like yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like healing. And you come back and you have one meal in Canada and you feel just like so disgusting and
You
bloated
feel-
and like awful
Yeah.
and lethargic and you're not getting that same exercise, you're not getting that sunlight that you were before. And it's just like, it's not that like you're like terrible. You're still getting your food is delicious. But it's like the way you feel about your life, like just generally, it's just like so much heavier. Everything's so much heavier, and that's not because the food is bad or the food is different. It's because the conditions surrounding that food are like so much drastic. Like it's like a drastic change from one place to the other. And I feel like in that same way, you're still serving.
Yeah.
Right? You're still serving in Canada. You're still doing a lot of the same things, but that intensity, that like that focus, that direction, that unity isn't there to the same degree.
Yeah.
Which is not to say that like the Baha'i community in Stratford is terrible. No, like they're actually like we've made advances
You can
that are
serve
like,
anywhere. Yeah.
amazing, but like we aren't even close to that level that we could be, or that we really I think we should be.
Yeah.
I think I felt the same way. Like when I went 3 months,
Mhm.
and I was like, I felt like I was on fire. Like I was like, I want to do more. I want to do more. I'm gonna do this.
Come back.
I was like, it was like the day before we left, or like the week before. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I already made plans to do this.
Yeah.
And I already made plans to do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk with this person. I'm gonna do this. Da 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 da. Came back and it's like I was doing like all these things, but I burnt myself out. And I was like, I went through it. Anyways, and then after I was like, I miss Grenada. I want to go back. It's like I feel like I can't serve unless I'm there. And not that I didn't. It's like the service felt different. I think. And then after I went back in the summer, and then I came back, and that's when I had like a reflection. Like I don't need to be in Grenada to serve people. Like I don't need to be in a different country or like this kind of situation. I can serve anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And I think I had to switch up my like my mindset. And I like reflected. I was like, I can serve just as much here as I did there. And it's all about how I think about it, how I approach it.
Yeah.
It's like, even if the outreaching is different, it's different people where you're helping, like, we're all part of one family
Yeah.
of humanity. We're all one race. So it's like, I don't have to go there to serve. I can come here and serve anybody.
Yeah.
I think I really had to like I'm going to go back again. Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think one of the things definitely like the feeling coming back the first time from Grenada versus the second time, it's like very different. 'Cause the first time, dude, I remember when you guys came back the second time from Grenada, we didn't know about the hurricane. Like we knew that the hurricanes had hit, but we didn't really know what you guys were. We were like, oh, the hurricane hit, and
I
then you
can
guys
tell
were
you
just doing
something,
more
but-
service or whatever. Like the same thing you did last time,
Yeah.
right? And we were in the middle of our own like teaching project, right? And we like all of the older ones were like, or
Yeah,
like
the
the people in
summers,
charge of it, right? We're like, oh, when they come back, we're gonna like have more intensity, right? They're just gonna come back and serve. And you came back and like you were all just lying down in your basement and like felt like we were asleep for like hours on end. I just remember
In
that
my basement?
specifically.
In my-
Yeah.
And like I would see like videos of like you, Jose, Tomas, and like Joffrey. No.
Yeah,
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
All of you guys in your
Benny,
basement.
Armand.
And we were like, why aren't they coming and serving with us? Because we had no clue that you guys just like went through an entire hurricane.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's some stories for another time. Like,
I feel like coming back the second time with like the burden being more on us to like initiate those same activities, it feels like a lot more has been like taken out of me, which is not to say that like I didn't learn or like I don't feel as motivated to serve as I did last time. It's just like I'm like starting to realize the amount of work and energy that is required to maintain something like that, because I wasn't maintaining it really before. I was just a participant in it.
Yeah, of
Or
course.
help maintain it.
I would say
God forbid.
I have the exact opposite thought of you. Like, I just came back, so maybe this is going to change. But I was thinking on the plane, and also like the day before I left, and I was talking to the people in Grenada about it as well, that I feel the need to work harder.
Yeah, that's how I felt the first time.
Yeah, I felt that way the first time as well, but I didn't really put it into action, I would say. But this time, like, I came back and I feel as though I'm not working hard enough in my school. I'm not working hard enough in service. Like, I have a lot more time than I think I do, and I can work harder, and I will work harder.
Good.
So I think this time is like I saw that. I think
Don't burn yourself out.
No,
Don't do what I did.
I won't. But I see my capacity as like a teacher, and like I know that I can do it, and I saw myself do it in these 2 weeks, so I can continue it. And there's been things like I wanted to start an ethics and tech program again, like club that we used to do, and the Bedford tutoring program. And I wanted to do these things before Grenada, but I never really put it into action. So like now I've come back, and I just like with everything, I just want to work a lot harder to achieve what I want to do.
Yeah. But I've learned with most things in life, if you're relying solely on motivation, you're not going to get anywhere. It's all about, don't let motivation motivate you.
What do you let motivate you, Terrell?
No, it's all about discipline.
Yeah.
So if you're just relying on solely on motivation, like 3 a.m., I'm gonna do 100 push-ups.
That's crazy.
The next day, 3 a.m., 100 push-ups. Third day, you're done.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, I'm too tired now.
Yeah.
Like motivation gone.
Yeah.
It's like you have to have a sense of a discipline. If you're gonna wake up at 6 a.m. every single day, you have to be disciplined. You can't just rely solely on motivation, because that's what happened for so many things in my life. So many things with a lot of people's life. Like this September, I went to the gym 20 times in the whole month. October,
Yes.
I didn't go a single time. So we got to be disciplined.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes to service or anything.
Yeah. I think I learned my discipline before when I first came back.
Yeah.
And now I have the more of a drive to do something. So now I can combine the two and actually get stuff done, which is the plan
combine
now.
the two.
Combining the two, and I'm going to get stuff done. That's the plan.
That's
now
good.
that I got back. Yes, Phoenix.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast.
Hey, that's my.
That's my line. You know, we talked about so many beautiful, motivational, inspirational, amazing-ational things, sensational things. And I just wanted to thank Terrell for hosting us.
Thank you guys for joining me here today.
Yeah. And I want to thank Auntie Sila
Yeah.
thank Auntie Sila for all that she does in Grenada,
Oh,
because it's so much.
Guys, if you had to live one day of Auntie Sila's life, you would drop
Man.
dead. You would literally die.
So yeah, thanks to the podcast, but thanks to Auntie Sila, like the one who's really working for this program to like flourish and thrive.
Thank you so much. That was the NCA Podcast.